How many of you people have ever been to a prayer meeting? Huh? Have you ever been to a group prayer meeting where there's a whole bunch of people in a room and it's real quiet? And all of a sudden, two people start off at the same time. Father, no, excuse me. No, that's okay. You go first. That's all right. No, I think the Lord wants to hear you first, kid. You know, when I was in college, I used to go to these prayer meetings. They had them at my house, so I didn't have much choice. But every Saturday night, about 200 college students would come over and just kind of, Indians sit in our living room, and we would have a real powwow to the Lord. That was incredible. We'd, sing, and one of the elders would get up and teach. But then we had this time. It was a prayer time, and it was an hour long. And, every time I used to go to these prayer meetings, I used to feel really silly and everything because I never could pray a decent prayer. I mean, I used to have the most dingling prayers in the world. You wouldn't believe them. And some of these guys would come out there and, they would pray such incredible spiritual giant prayers, that everybody would go, "Whew." And it was unbelievable. These guys had been Christians all their lives. Spiritual giants, Christians, 300, 400 years. And they would pray a prayer, and I'm serious, the lamps would move. And I'd sit there in the corner, and I didn't know what to pray, and I decided what I was going to do. Because I knew it would mean so much if I could only just one Saturday night, that's all, just one, pray the most incredible prayer that they'd ever heard. So what I did is I decided that the whole next week I would write one. I'd work on this baby all week, and by Saturday night it would be incredible. Saturday night finally came. And I went in there, and all the 200 people were gathered there. 10 minutes went by. 20 minutes. 30 minutes. 40, 45 minutes passed. And a whole bunch of people had prayed. Nothing special, average prayers, And I was sitting in the corner going over my masterpiece. I couldn't wait. The lamps, I knew they were going to move. They had to. And I was going over it in my mind, and I looked at my watch. 12 minutes. Perfect. And I put my hands up in the air, and I said, "Father," and as soon as I said that, the door opened. And I looked across the room, and there was a guy standing there in his raincoat. I don't know why. It wasn't raining, but he was standing there. And he kind of stepped in, and he took his coat off and hung it up on the wall on this little hook that we had. And then he tippy-toed into the room. And then he knelt down on his knees. And I was so ticked. That nerd interrupted my prayer. So I had to wait for the whole room to quiet down again, and finally it did. And I put my hands up in the air, and I said, "Father," and as soon as I said that, somebody went, "Jesus," and the whole room went, and everybody jumped up and down and went crazy, man, and hit their heads on the ceilings. And I looked across the room, and guess who it was? You're right. It was that same nerd. He interrupted my prayer 2 times in a row. And I was so ticked. But then I listened to what he had to say. He said, "Jesus, Lord, I just want you to know that I want to love you. And I want to know and understand your love for me." And when he said that, man, I just got hit real hard in the gut. And I knew what I was doing. I knew what a fake and what a phony I was. And I felt like crying, but I couldn't get the tears to come. And I thought, man, if there's anyone in this world who needs to be prayed for, it's me. If there's anyone in this world that I know God listens to, it's that guy who came into the prayer meeting because he prayed from his heart. And he was real. And boy, I'd love to have him pray for me. A guy named Harrison. He creeps in the room hangs his coat up on the wall, and silently falls down to his knees, soft as an angel would fall. And hands tightly held, fingers together, he lowers his head and prays. Pray for me, son. Oh, there's something special about your smile. Pray for me, son. Can I hear your words just for a while? Many people say the words, oh, but somehow you mean them. You mean them. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm lost, but I am. I need your hand. Pray for me, dear son. Oh, there's something special in the words you say. Pray for me, dear son, and I'll cry while you pray. Pray for me, son. Oh, there's something special in the words you say. Pray